Good afternoon from Kirksville, Missouri. This is Randy Curvin, and this is Randy's Rant for the ninth day of March. And we're going to look at some things from about a year ago. Uh, for the most part, I'm a happy person now that Joe Biden, I'm half vaccinated, so is Grace. So we're halfway there. And he's moving rapidly with what he's doing, and I'm quite satisfied with that. All right. Uh, Hello, Sherry. All right. People are starting to drift in, so I'll get on with this. Didn't get much. Had a lot of taking care of business to do today. Uh, I just want to start out with Republican senators not voting for the American Rescue Plan. They are hypocrites. Uh, on previous bills that they all voted for, but those were Republican bills, so they can vote for those. And that Arkansas asshole Tom Cotton doesn't want prisoners to get stimulus. What he forgot to say in that, there was no stipulation in the other bills that they wouldn't get stimulus checks. These assholes don't do any fact checking or anything else. They just come out and say something outrageous. Um, and I did get listened to Dr. Walensky last night. I believe that was on Rachel. Explain why travel isn't advised right now. Look at the holiday travel that we had last spring, last summer, and that's just being cautious to not have another surge. We now have variants out there. She said, as the percentage of the those vaccinated fully rises, the restrictions will be changing, and that's the way it's going to go. Uh, oh, and I also wanted to mention that my mother-in-law, Dora, 82, got her first dose this morning. So we are, Grace and I are delighted to hear that. That means that both in that household have been vaccinated at least once, and we have too. So now it's just a matter of time, and we can kind of follow some of those CDC uh, restrictions so that we'll be able to visit over there. She's in a new house now, closer to us, not more than a mile and a half, if that far. Uh, from the state of Georgia, Bonnie Willis, Fulton County District Attorney, her legal team has hired an attorney who is an expert in prosecuting racketeering cases. Uh, Racketeering, remember uh, how the other guy sounded like a mob boss? That's when they brought in a racketeering uh, prosecutor in that case. And relief is coming, and checks could be going out as soon as next week. I believe tomorrow it will get signed and it will be passed to the president, and Biden will sign it probably tomorrow. So the checks should be coming out next week. And I wish ours would go to direct deposit. It was promised the first time. That's not the way it got here. It got here every time by check. Even though the first time they said it was directly deposited, it wasn't. Uh, Keep in mind the joy is still at the USPS. we still have a fascist heading up our postal service. Uh, and I kind of go with the vision of the USPS as being what Bernie Sanders talked about, uh, having a small banking system and loaning small amounts of money at a far better rate than you would ever see at any of these loan companies that are popping up everywhere, payday loans. That would also broaden their services and it would bring in more money for the postal system. Uh, this is imperative that H.R. 1 must be passed. Otherwise, democracy will end. It's the R party uh, way of grabbing and retaining power over state elections. And I'll get into that more in a minute. The death of George Floyd was uh, a murder. 64% of blacks say that's the case. And I don't know that I believe this statistic. Percentage white, 28% think it was murder. I think it's more than that. Uh, Now, another percentage on black is negligent, 16%, and whites, 33%. Like I said, I kind of question those percentages. Uh, Migrant unaccompanied children at the border is overwhelming shelters. Uh, I'm sure with the right man that we've got in, they'll get something worked out. And I started on the second page. Decided not to tear it out. It gets messy. It's hard to separate. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, I got it. All right. I almost lost my place there. Okay. 1 year ago, 22 lives had been lost to COVID 19, and there were only 565 confirmed cases on March 9th, 2020. Uh, Look at it now. Also, look at 60% of Americans 65 plus have received their first dose of vaccine. And now I'm starting to see a few people start wearing masks. I hope that's not a trend here and that they will go back to doing the right thing. We all must keep doing what the CDC and science tells us. This is not the time to slide back into surges, not with the variants are out there. We have the more we have surges, the more we're going to have the virus mutate. That's the way it works. Nominees of color are being judged by race and gender instead of merits and experience. Race and gender are not determining criteria in choosing nominees for Biden's cabinet. Last but most important is mask and social distancing are not infringing on your freedom, Republican friends, even if you're going to hear it from Rand Paul. Let's see. Freedom is when we've knocked out this virus with vaccine so that we can have more freedom. Your freedom does not include endangering others' health and their very life. I'm sorry, but that is not your right. And I'm surprised in this day and age that people would still fall for that bullshit. What? Because Rand Paul says it and these other uh, ones that are worried, and with 20 of them up running in the Senate and 5 retiring, we're going to take back the Senate with more of a majority than we have now. And then we can tell Mitch the city's ass down or go home. I'm so tired of that bullshit from him. He says one thing, he's just like Lindsey clutching his pearls, Graham, wanting to take back what he said. He said the man was guilty of what happened on January 6th, and then turns around. Oh, yeah, he voted for him in 2024. Hopefully, your butt won't be there in 2024. You need to retire your ass. And the Republicans, with 250 bills out there, they, something has to change. And that's why it's going to be a bigger fight than ever to get what we want and what changes we want, because they're going to fight us every way. They do not want people of color or black people voting. They've made that apparent in 43 states. Deplorably, in Georgia is one of them. And I'm sure Missouri's got their own that they're trying out. They don't like it if you can vote because they can't win and they know they can't fucking win. All right, that's about all I've got today. Uh, go down through the comments. Hello, John. Yeah, I think they will. And I think over time, they're going to find they clinging to the calf's ass. They're not going to get anything but be returning home after elections. Uh, that's why you're seeing five of them in the Republican Party are tired of Trump and they're going to retire. They're not going to answer to him. Roy Blunt, senator in my state. What we have to do here in Missouri is find a good candidate to take that man's place and maybe have a little less voice from the right, like that Josh Hawley. I was more than happy to hear that Blunt's going to give it up. And he should. I mean, you can only kiss Mitch McConnell on the neck so many times. I guess it's not working as well as when he was majority leader. All right, that's about all I got. Yeah, it is. It's just total bullshit coming from that side. All right, have a good one. I want you to go down, like, and share. We're at 218 subscribers. That's up two from about a week ago. So it's slowly growing. I'm still having problems with people trying to put pornography out there as a comment to my rants, but I take care of it. I just report it immediately to Google and they take it down. So that's not a problem. And if they're subscribing to do that, they're going to find out. Once they're reported, it's not going to happen anymore. All right, that's it. I will see you later on at the meeting. I hope to be timely. Uh, and you know me, I'll try to be as timely as I can. On this one is usually a lag after comments, and really don't get to look at these much. Uh, Once I leave it unless I arrow back to it, the live comments that I'm getting right now go away to where I can't get to them again. Well, you're welcome, John. And we will. We're halfway there, baby. We're going to make it. We're going to get through this COVID-19. And I'm more than confident with President Biden leading the leadership that he is giving. We're going to get through this thing. It's just we're going to have to convince some of these red states. Do you really want to make more people sick and have them die just to get at Joe Biden? That's not getting at Joe Biden. Damn dumbasses. All right, I'll let you go for now. Like, share. I want you to share this shit. Help me get it out there. Uh, I'm a voice of the Blue Dot family, and I will keep being here. I think I'm still a little bit tired, but things on the apartment 5 front were quiet. Oh, before I go, I want to tell you a little story about that. I went out to the neighbor was on the front porch, and I said I reported all that hay that was on the front porch to city codes. And evidently, she was spying on me and heard it. She got her little butt out there with help of some of the black guys and the juvenile delinquent that hangs around here. And they got out there and got it all cleaned up the hall. And, but she thinks that makes up for, her and Terry being assholes. Well, it doesn't. But it was nice that now Codes doesn't have to handle talking to anybody. She got it cleaned up. All right. Have a good one, and I'll see you at the meeting. And share this shit. I'll see you a little bit later. Share this shit. Bye bye.